Does executive functioning coaching help with grades? I'm asked this question all the time, and I recently received an inquiry from a parent that was as follows. I've noticed that executive functioning coaching can be really great for learning life skills, but isn't always great for getting grades raised quickly. What's your experience with how effectively EF coaching supports kids' grades? What a great question. And I thought I'd create a short video to address just this because it's a question I hear all the time. So, really, 2 points to explore here. Number one, executive functioning has nothing to do with intelligence. If you've watched my other videos, you'll hear me say this over and over and over. I've worked as a professional executive functioning coach for the last 20 years and have helped hundreds of families, teens, emerging adults, and I can tell you definitively, executive functioning has nothing to do with intelligence. So if you're seeing that your kids are really struggling and you're noticing, wait a minute, their capability isn't matching their GPA, then that is reason for intervention. And to expand about what that means in terms of executive functioning skills, there's a famous book called Fish in a Tree. Maybe you've heard of it. And really, what it talks about is don't measure a fish's capability of how fast it can climb trees. I think it's brilliant because what will happen, and standardized tests do all this all the time in education, what will happen to a fish if they're constantly being measured by how quickly they can climb trees? Inevitably, they're going to be down on themselves, feel inadequate, and feel stupid. And what often happens is they'll stop trying to climb the tree. So if that is the case of your child, I want you to hear this clearly. Executive functioning has nothing to do with intelligence. In fact, in my 2 decades of coaching clients, what I see is the smartest people are often the ones that are struggling the most. Think about it at work for yourself. A work performance review isn't necessarily an adequate measure of your creativity and capability to perform a job. So when we're talking about executive functions, we're looking at skills. And executive functioning skills can be learned and they can be trained. That is huge. So that brings me to my second point, which is EF coaching helps build these skills. So students can be successful both at school and in life. What does that mean? Skills about how to manage your time effectively, how to plan for the future, how to mitigate frustrations and ride through that discomfort of frustration tolerance when things feel impossible and you just want to give up and it's overwhelming and you can't do it and there's a screaming fight. Those are the types of skills that executive functioning coaching helps build. And what we see through coaching is the grades follow. So it's a yes and no answer. No, don't come to coaching if you're only looking for a higher GPA. Yes, come to coaching if you're looking to reduce conflicts at home of the screaming homework battles, if you're looking to help your child increase their confidence around academics, and if you're looking truly for skills that will help the child have the underpinnings of what is necessary for them to succeed in high school, in college, and beyond. So I hope that you'll come away recognizing that executive functioning skill building is a key part of a learner's journey so that they can feel not like a fish in a tree, but truly like a capable, confident human being that can walk through life with a lot of grace.